because in the theme of this summit has been kind of like how you can design a category for yourself and then kind of boost your category through writing a book, doing a summit, and doing founder-led marketing, and then amplifying that with AI. So we've had speakers in all those buckets talk about that. But it seems like as though, so, and I wanted to ask you about the whole homesteading thing. There was probably already a homesteading movement, but I think you guys kind of almost, maybe you didn't invent the category, so to speak, but you kind of almost became the School of Traditional Skills became, would you say it was kind of became one of the leaders, or maybe the leader of that sort of homesteading learning movement?
Yeah. I think it would be presumptuous to say we were the leader at that point, but here's what I knew for sure, Fernando, is we were launching a company that nobody ever heard of before. So we were launching something from nothing. And so it's like, oh my goodness, like how do we get people to be aware of us? It was like creating an event that large, like all of a sudden now we became known. So whether or not, like, I don't want to be too arrogant and like too assumptive to think that we were maybe the leader. I think probably we were a leader in that space for sure. But what I know for sure is that a week before that, nobody had heard of us. And a week after that, we had tens of thousands of people following us on social media. And that to me was the big deal, was the difference of it gave people an opportunity to know our brand, and it gave us credibility out of the gate because we got to associate ourselves with the top people in that industry. So the Joel Salatins and the Justin Rhodes and Sally Fallons and all the people who are at the top of that industry were speaking on our stage, and that lended credibility to us because they're like, oh, they must be serious because these people showed up at the stage. And then, oh my gosh, how many people are registered for this thing? How many people are live? Like when you have 100,000 people registered, the chat goes so fast. We actually broke StreamYard. We actually broke StreamYard. We had to like send in a ticket and be like, hey, like our site's crashing. Like what's going on? We need more support. And so they had to like up the bandwidth of their whole product for one of our events. But it was like those kind of things lended credibility to a brand that hadn't existed before. So immediately our brand felt real and felt great. And people took us seriously. And I'd like to believe that when people think of homesteading, they think of School of Traditional Skills. But I think that probably takes 10, 20 years to become like that kind of name in the industry. But I know for sure people took us seriously after that.